Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Baina Midday News, coming to you live from Benab House, Atomic Junction, Medina. I'm Khadija Tukubra Kayla, and coming up this afternoon, I will step down after 2024 election, says President Akufo-Addo. Also, 3 teacher unions to strike on August 9 over non-payment of allowance. And Iran and Russia discuss key issues during Shoigu's visit. Remember, the news is also live on Facebook and YouTube at Baina TV. Do stay with us for details of the stories. Thank you for staying with us. Now, starting off with some educational stories. 3 unions have announced their intentions to commence industrial action on August 9, 2024, if the Ministry of Finance does not authorize the payment of agreed allowances by August 8, 2024. The unions involved in these potential strikes are the Senior Staff Association Universities of Ghana, the Federation of Senior Staff Association of Ghana, and the Teachers and Educational Workers Union of the Trade Union Congress. These groups have raised concerns over the Finance Ministry's delay in issuing a letter to effect the payment of the vehicle maintenance allowances and other related allowances.
In a statement dated Monday, August 5, the unions issued an ultimatum to the government demanding that the allowances be settled by 8th August or they would embark on a strike the following day. They emphasized the urgency of the situation, highlighting their frustration with the government's inaction. The unions accused the government of employing Machiavellian tactics to deny them their rightful dues. They stressed that their patience had worn thin and that they were prepared to take necessary action to ensure their demands are met. The unions reiterated their commitment to protecting the rights and welfare of their members, urging the government to act swiftly to avoid disruption. They called on the Ministry of Finance to honor its commitment and avoid impending industrial action.
In politics this afternoon, the National Democratic Congress and in the Lower Menya Krobo constituency have refuted claims made by Lower Menya Krobo Municipal Chief Executive Simon Tete that the New Patriotic Party established the only nursing and midwifery training school in Odumasi Krobo in the Eastern region. The NDC says the idea for the establishment of the colleges was conceived by Dr. Joseph Teyi Nute, who was the Volta Regional Health Director and a former parliamentary candidate hopeful. Dr. Nute also provided office furniture and equipment to ensure the effective operation of the college.
According to the NDC, Dr. Nwete's role in establishing the college was acknowledged in 2015 speech by the overlord of Manya Krobo, Nene Sakite II, during the Ngmayem Festival. The NDC statement emphasized that Nene Sakite praised Dr. Nwete for his exemplary leadership. Simon Kwekutete, the municipal chief executive and MPP parliamentary candidate hopeful, had claimed that his party established the nursing and midwifery training school in various public forums, including radio news bulletins and during his campaign events. In response, the NDC statement signed by Daniel Tay, the NDC communications officer, and Dr. Joseph Tay Nwete clarified that Dr. Nwete's dedication to the school led him to lobby Mr. Owusu, who donated 65 acres of land for the construction of a permanent campus. The NDC criticized the MCE's claims as an attempt to score cheap political points. The statement concludes that the NDC views these claims as misleading and an effort to misattribute credit for the establishment of the training school.
Still on politics, Daniel Ohene-Ejekum, a former ambassador to the United States of America under the erstwhile John Evans Atta Mills government, has described the Ejapadia document as a clear manifestation of state capture of resources. He has intimated that the document placed the nation's wealth in the hands of a selected few. Though President Nana Akufo-Addo has denied the authenticity of the document, former President John Dramani Mahama holds the view that the content in the document has been implemented. Speaking at a press conference in Kumasi, Ohene-Ejekum said the document is authentic and represents a diabolical plan by some individuals to capture the resources of Ghana. Ohene-Ejekum further stated that the Ejapadia document represents a dangerous precedent for Ghana's future. He said it is not merely an administrative guideline, but a blueprint for the capture and monopolization of Ghana's resources by a privileged group. Akufo-Addo says he will step down as president when his tenure ends without any resistance. According to him, he will live up to the legacy of his predecessor and hand over power when his time is up. He made this comment during a senior citizen luncheon at the Jubilee House on August 5.
President Akufo-Addo said it has been the greatest honor of his life to be afforded the opportunity to serve as head of state for 2 terms. He also challenged himself to oversee a peaceful and fair election in the upcoming polls in December as he prepares to leave office. President Akufo-Addo emphasized his commitment to achieving his goal with the support of all Ghanaians.
The polls. The people of Ghana deserve no less than to be given the best atmosphere in which to choose freely their next president and parliament. I intend to ensure that our reputation as a beacon of democracy and stability in Africa and the world is maintained.
And now in business, the depreciation of the Ghanaian cedi has significantly impacted the country's economic landscape, leading to labor agitations, the collapse of some businesses and the relocation of others to more business-friendly countries. This is according to the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research in its 2024 Mid-Year Budget Review, titled A Critical Assessment of the 2024 Mid-Year Budget by ISSER.
The report highlights that in the first half of 2024, the cedi depreciated by 18.6% against the US dollar, 17.9% against the pound sterling, and 16.0% against the euro. This follows a depreciation of 27.8%, 31.9%, and 30.3% against the US dollar, pound sterling, and the euro, respectively, in 2023, and 30.0%, 21.2%, and 25.3% against the same currencies in 2022. These figures suggest a degree of stabilization in the exchange rate over the past 3 years, despite the cedi being more volatile in the first half of 2024 compared to the same period last year. ISSER noted that the exchange rate in Ghana has partly contributed to labor agitations, high cost of doing business, and the collapse of some businesses, as well as relocation of businesses to more business-friendly countries. The report calls for urgent government intervention to curb the rate of depreciation against major trading currencies and to boost exports to reduce the demand for trade forex. ISSER's assessment underscores the need for robust economic policies to address the adverse effect of currency depreciation. Reducing the exchange rate volatility is essential for creating a stable business environment, encouraging investment, and mitigating the economic pressures that lead to labor unrest and business relocations.
Now in some international stories, Iran State News Agency report that Sergei Shoigu, the Secretary of Russian Security Council arrived in Tehran on Monday to discuss various bilateral and international matters. No news, a state-run outlet in Iran, Shoigu met with Rear Admiral Ali Akbar Ahmadian, a high-ranking commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and Secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council. Russian news agencies TASS and RI Novosti indicated that Shoigu is also expected to meet with Iranian President Masoud and Chief of the Iranian Military General Staff Mohammad Bagheri. These discussions occur amid efforts by the U.S. and its allies to avert a broader regional conflict following the recent killing of key Iran-aligned militants, which have led to threats of retaliation against Israel. And now in sports, Heart of Oak PRO Ado has confirmed the club's plan to build a 25,000-seat sport arena following earlier announcement by board chairman Togbe Afede. The club's management has been actively working to secure suitable land for this ambitious project to construct a mini stadium in Pobiman to cater to all friendly matches.
According to PRO Ado, the club is committed to erecting a standard stadium for its league fixtures, thereby enabling one of Ghana's most successful clubs to vacate the Accra Sports Stadium. The initial phase of the project involves the construction of a mini stadium in Pobiman designed specifically for friendly matches. Following this, the club plans to develop a full-scale stadium aimed at hosting league games. This initiative ensures that Hearts of Oak can consistently utilize their home grounds without the inconvenience of relocating matches to alternative venues due to the unavailability of the Accra Sports Stadium. Hearts of Oak has already completed the development of its training facilities in Pobiman, which have been instrumental in preparing the team for Ghana Premier League encounters. The forthcoming stadiums are expected to significantly enhance the club's infrastructure and boost its performance in both domestic and international competitions.
And this is how we wrap up on our midday news. For more stories, log on to our website, bainamultimedia.com. I'm Khadija Tukubra Kailani. Have a good afternoon.